Okay, this is a LT35 forklift, roughly built in 1955 to maybe 60. I'm not sure of the year. What we're doing is replacing the transmission clutch. The biggest trouble I had so far is not realizing that this particular part right here that slides into the transmission bell housing has 4 bolts in it. It needs to be slid back about at least an inch and a quarter after you remove the transmission bolts before the actual uh, transmission shaft will come out the bell housing of the engine. Not the bell housing, but the center core of the engine. This right off in here. See, that thing there's about an inch wide, and it fits up into the engine. In order to get that out of the engine after you take the transmission loose, you have to slide this back maybe an inch and a quarter. It has 4 bolts in it. 1, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom that bolts it to the transmission bell housing. It's a part of the transmission bell housing, but it's bolted so you can slide it back. This particular shaft right here is the transmission shaft that goes up to the engine. This piece right here, it moves back and forth. That's what hooks the bell housing to the transmission here. This is the shaft. This is the clutch bell housing. I call it the transmission, but it's the same thing. This is the actual transmission, but this is the transmission bell housing right here. Okay. And as you see it, that's the clutch. The clutch has 6 bolts in it. It's bolted to the flywheel. The best thing to do is to leave the starter in until you break those clutch bolts. Break those before you take anything loose. Okay, till next time. I'm gonna try to ease it out of here. Like I said, this part right here has to be took loose from the clutch bell housing, the 4 bolts, and slid back. You can see the space in between there now before the actual transmission shaft will come out of the engine to release the clutch, where you can lift it out to change the clutch. This transmission, this clutch bell housing, it has 4 bolts underneath here. The bolts up through this piece of metal right here into the frame. You can see the hole right there. There's 2 bolts on this side and 2 bolts on the other side. You got a bolt right here. You got a bolt right here. You got 1 bolt on the other side. You got 4 bolts underneath. You got 4 underneath and 4 on the sides. And you have these pins here to line it up when you get ready to put it back in. They slide right into it, so it shouldn't be any problem. And the actual frame will hold the bell housing up.